welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of September 25th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
For a weekly episode to talk about parenting in a roundabout way, along with a little pop culture. Or in this week's case, a lot of pop culture, because our first topic is, would you like Adam Scott to walk your dog? Apparently that's something you can buy on eBay now.
Yes.
And Lena Dunham will paint a mural in your house, which is a little scary, I think. And, looks
But
here.
John Lithgow will do a watercolor of your dog.
And 20 questions with Sarah Silverman. And do a crossword puzzle with Natasha Leone. So all sorts of possibilities are being offered by the Union Solidarity Coalition, with net proceeds to benefit our crew healthcare fund. So actors got a lot of time on their hands right now.
Yep.
Writers, a lot of time on their hands right now. So
a lot of these things are on Zoom. I feel like Zoom itself should make a donation.
I think so too. They're going to be getting some.
They're getting a lot of this.
I have so many questions about this stuff, but the primary question I see right now is that, okay, Adam Scott walks your Los Angeles-based dog for 1 hour. There is a $9.65 shipping charge on that item.
Yes.
Do they mail him to you? You get a big box, and it's Adam. Yo, here's the dog. Have fun.
I think there's $9.65 shipping for all of the things that are virtual.
I guess. What the heck?
I think it's covering some fee or something. I don't know.
I suppose, but then they shouldn't call it shipping.
Yes.
It's just weird. Not the weirdest thing about these, but still weird.
Yes, there's a lot of memorabilia and
that stuff
scripts,
I can see.
Props, that kind of stuff signed. I enjoy that you can get a weird Hawaiian shirt signed by Weird Al and Daniel Radcliffe, who played Weird Al in a movie that you could only watch on Roku.
Right. Well, now that's something that I can see the value in.
Could you see the value of $2,250 as the current bidding? And
that seems
I also
low,
think
Come
that by
on,
the
it's
time,
Weird Al. Buy his shirt. What's the matter with you people?
I think that by the time you hear this, it might be over. But are there things that we wish were on here? Do we want Nick Offerman to make us a canoe?
Oh, yes. Maybe a chair. A perfect chair.
Yep.
I can see that. The things that are like memorabilia. And I could see the stuff, I guess, where somebody makes something to you and maybe sends it with a shipping fee. But the experiential ones just seem to have such a potential for awkwardness.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if you just hit it off with the celebrity, it would be okay. But I would feel such pressure to be cool enough to make this worth their while, even though I was giving them a shovel full of money still.
Right.
Just ship the chair, Nick. It's fine.
The chat all things TV writing with Dan Levy, either so you have to be an aspiring TV writer, right? And he's gonna have to put up with that. That's definitely gonna be awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of TV shows where I feel like I would like to hang out with the characters, like Cougar Town or Shrinking, but I don't know that I would want to hang out with the actors, and I would feel could somebody send me a script so that I can banter wittily?
Yeah, they can't send you a script because they're on strike.
They're on strike.
That's the problem here.
Dang. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is clever, and apparently it's successful because I see some very high prices here. But, and
yeah, I mean, some of them are very creative, and some of them are we'll have lunch or we'll talk on Zoom. I mean, I think Kumail Nanjiani, and you'll play Mortal Kombat against Kumail Nanjiani while his wife commentates. Like, that's fun. That you have something to do.
Right.
And, you have 3 people, so you have...
Yeah, but you have to play Mortal Kombat. What if you've never played?
Yeah, but if
before?
you like Mortal Kombat, that's appropriate. But I think that one's got a little more potential.
There's a Zoom meetup with Matt Bomer and Tim DeKay of White Collar. Is there a great cry out? What I would really like to do is meet the guys from White Collar. I guess so.
Well, $2,000.
It's 2025, so
it's doing better than Emmy Award-winning writer-creator of Dead to Me, Liz Feldman. Right. Sadly, only 11 bids for her.
Yeah,
so.
But still $860. That ain't nothing.
It's not nothing, but
somebody
on the lower end of what we're seeing.
This is the other thing with this. It's like if you're a celebrity and you say, "Okay, I will do this thing. I will meet with a civilian on Zoom, or I will do this thing," and then nobody buys it. How embarrassing is that?
That's when you're like calling your mom and be like, "Make an eBay account.
Bid it up. Oh dear. Well, happy strike, y'all. I hope your need to do such things is
coming
short-lived.
To an end. Yes.
But oh my. It is. Now, see, like a VIP ticket to the 2024 Film Independent Spirit Awards. That I can see. If I had that sort of money, I could bid on that.
Right.
I could see the value of that, but
I think the watercolor portrait of your dog
that you could have in your house and say John Lithgow painted.
John Lithgow painted this for me. Yes,
my good friend John.
My buddy John painted this. Admire it, please.
I think you should bid on that, Catherine. You have very handsome dogs. They could.
I do. I do not have $4,450 plus $9.65 shipping.
Nor do you live close enough for Adam Scott to walk them. So
no, I know.
Darn.
And I don't think they would do well if I tried to fly them to LA.
No, so. You could ship them for $9.65 apparently.
Oh, no.
Well,
they should have, like, speaking of parenting, because in one of our recent, throwbacks, we were talking about celebrities giving parenting advice. So they could auction that off.
Yeah, I think it was Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. Where are they on here to say, we will tell you what to do with your kid?
Yeah.
We will come who's going to come change my baby's diapers?
Come babysit?
Where's that one? How desperate are y'all for money? Come on.
Yeah.
Walk my kid to the park and stand there while they go on the slide 52 times. Who's going to push them on the swings? Who's going to bring them their mug at college that they forgot?
Right. Yeah, I don't see any parenting related projects here. Yeah. So it's a hole in the market that they've forgotten about.
They know parents have no money.
Or they forgot who any celebrities are.
Yeah. Parker Posey's personal 2011 Dr. Zachary Smith Lost in Space bust.
It's a creepy bust.
There's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack.
A lot going on.
Was she cleaning out her basement and she thought maybe I could sell some of this stuff for the union?
Yep.
I have an Optimist plaque from 1976.
That's right. Teenager of the month.
If I were famous, I could put that on eBay. And
make some money.
The cause. Oh well, good luck to you all, and may nobody have humiliatingly low bids.
How's the dog walking going with Adam Scott? Where is that one? $3,000, 38 bids.
That's not bad. Do you get to walk with him while he's walking your dog, or does your dog get this experience?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see if it explains in the description.
And do they follow, is there some assurance that he's not just going someplace and just sitting with your dog?
Right.
Is the walking going to be verified?
Strap a Fitbit on that dog to make sure that...
I want
here
my
it is.
1 hour walking, Scott. Don't mess around.
Here, you have to scroll down a bit.
Now, if he was going to offer to pick up the poop in the yard too, that'd drive the price up a little bit.
It says you can join too if you want.
Okay.
Make all the other dogs in the dog park seethe with adorable dog envy. Dogs must be in good health, have up-to-date vaccine records, and play well with other humans and dogs.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, that lets out a few. Is he going to join a picket line with your dog and just walk around in circles that way?
Right.
Or is he actually going to take a walk? We trust you.
Inappropriate behavior or solicitation for personal gain by the winner could result in the immediate conclusion of the experience with no refund. If the dog's like, listen, Adam Scott, I have a great pitch for you. Adam Scott's going to say, no.
Dog's got a couple of headshots tucked under his collar. And possibly a script.
Well, we will...
See, we could offer to let somebody be on our podcast.
That's true.
Think of the value of that.
Think of the value. Think of the bids we would get. They would be beating down our door.
Absolutely. I will make quote graphics for you to put on your social media.
Yeah. Well, we will get back to the union discussion momentarily, but shall we move to our TV show that was written and filmed prior to the strike, so it is available to us now, and that is Only Murders in the Building, Season 3, Episode 8, called Sitz Probe, as we discussed last week.
Over and above all the very dramatic things that happened and clues that paid off and all this stuff, Charles got through the song. Yes. And if it is now embedded deep in your cerebral cortex, you can listen to it on Spotify, and you can find all of the lyrics on Mashable so that you can sing along with it if it's going to be your new karaoke fave. It is awfully catchy.
It is very, very catchy.
I have to think that a show with that as its showstopper would do fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
They got something there.
The police officer liked it. The critic liked it.
Yes.
So.
And everybody in the cast had their mouths hanging over that Charles actually went through it.
He
got
did
through
it.
The whole thing, mostly because he was trying to give Oliver time to go set up a recording device in the room where the police officer was doing her interviews.
Right. And yay, she's back. Divine Joy Randolph. Yay.
I also wonder, though, are we to believe that either Charles or Oliver knows how to turn on whatever device that was?
A GoPro.
Because I have trouble with my voice memo sometimes on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a little more tech savvy than they are.
Right.
I'm worried that it's just, there's nothing on that thing.
Also, the timing of it, like, it seemed like she was already done with the interviews at the time that they set this all up.
It does seem that way, yes.
Their claim that, we have every interview on video is suspect.
Mabel, don't take them back just yet.
Yeah.
Listen first. I have concerns. But doesn't matter because by the end of the episode, dun dun dun, there's a confession.
Yeah.
And
which we certainly do not believe a word of.
We do not. I think it's pretty clear that Loretta is sacrificing herself for the sake of her son.
Her son.
So we have to apologize to Only Murders in the Building. They did not just throw an adoption thing in there just for fun.
Right.
As the after party apparently did. Did the payoff of that get cut? Maybe they went over or something? Because it sure seemed like there was
they really
payoff
never
on the after party, and there really was not. But this time, as soon as Loretta starts telling her tale at the beginning of the episode about having to give a baby up for adoption, and it was indeed Dickie, and since he is the biggest suspect and looks like they're going to be taking him away, she confesses. But however, not before our threesome going through her belongings, going back through the photo album, realize that the photos are not of Ben, but of Dickie, and find the note that Loretta wrote to Dickie explaining the situation. And so they know now, because they have opened a note that was addressed to somebody else and read it, which is perfectly cool, right?
Uh-huh.
You're allowed to do that.
So they know.
Nobody will be mad.
Dickie does not know.
Dickie does not know.
At this point.
And meanwhile, Howard is stuck somewhere in a room gluing together very narrow pieces of paper.
That's right. Which happened in Argo.
He's there and go bring him food or something, right? Yeah, in Argo.
Remember, they employed small children to do it in Argo. I was just talking
to my husband about that the other day. I don't remember what was the context of it, but I'm like, remember in Argo they were like taping together the shredded papers and stuff like that? And he's like, I don't think I ever saw that movie. So, 2 more episodes.
Yeah. And of course, we have to end with Oliver having a heart attack.
A lot happened in this episode.
And also, everyone's saying, no one said call 911. They all were just like, help, somebody, do something.
There's like about 10 police officers there. One of them couldn't just get on a radio and call an ambulance.
And probably they know CPR, or they should.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Maybe, probably if the next episode will start with Oliver in a hospital bed.
I guess so.
Alive and well, but or maybe not quite well, but alive.
Yeah. I'm sure that the end game of all of this is that he and Loretta are gonna, get married, and Meryl Streep will be on the show for the rest of the time. Got renewed for season 4, I hear.
Oh, okay. So we need another murder for
a long-term contract. But by the way, last week we could not remember the name of the musical. It's Death Rattle Dazzle.
Yes, because it started as just Death Rattle.
Yes,
when it was not a musical.
Dazzle. How ridiculous. Yes. There seems to be some thought on Twitter that the mother-son producers are the culprits.
Uh-huh.
Either the son did it and the mother is covering it up, or the mother did it because of something involving the son. Because when she and Loretta were in the bathroom, she also was saying a mother will do anything to protect their child.
Uh-huh.
So, and also they haven't really been doing much but just being inappropriate. So
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I think I had not thought of that, but yeah.
Maybe the show, the producers, the Mel Brooks producers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing was like, we're going to do a musical that fails.
Right.
So in order to get this show to fail, it wasn't a musical at the time, but to get it to fail, we can kill off our lead.
That must be it.
This could be.
You figured it out.
Do not quote me.
No, I think it's a good theory. It's a very good theory. And they've alluded to the producers by having Matthew Broderick and Mel Brooks on the show.
That's right.
It's a hint.
Mm-hmm.
But...
well, we haven't seen our second appearance of Matthew Broderick.
We haven't. I thought it was supposed to be on this episode, so maybe IMDb was just lying to us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Would IMDb do such a thing?
It absolutely would. Because sometimes, it just doesn't quite get it right. It's a wonderful service, but let me just look again at Matthew Broderick. Talk amongst yourself.
Myself.
But that was thrilling. Charles's performance of that.
Yes.
That horrible brain sticky song.
Which indeed has been there sticking for me for the last couple days.
Excellent. I know Pasek and Paul wrote some of the music for this thing.
Yeah.
Presumably they wrote that too, but whoever did, excellent work.
Yeah.
No, now it just has them at 1. So it lied to me.
Okay.
Never mind. That was just a little thing we did last week to create suspense. And now we're knocking it down.
Right. Okay.
Oh my. Well, we should be getting close to a
it's 10 episodes, I believe. Yes, right?
2 more episodes.
So we have 2 more. 2 more to go.
Yes. Maybe it's the critic. She just couldn't stand. She hated the show so much that she just killed the lead to get it over with so she wouldn't have to see it again.
Mm-hmm. She should have known that she couldn't stop Oliver that easily.
That's right. Maybe it's Matthew Broderick and he's just got out of town. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's on the way.
Good for him.
Yeah. All sorts of possibilities.
Lots of skullduggery. So
Speaking of skullduggery, apparently.
that's right. I don't know how that works, but we thought we would do a little preview of Dancing with the Stars season 32, which is going to kick off on the day that you hear this, if you're listening right away. Before we get started, though, a disclaimer. As we're recording this, the Writers Guild of America is picketing the Dancing with the Stars rehearsal space. And there's some question as to whether the actor contestants in general, and Matt Walsh in particular, who's a member of the Writers Guild, will stay with the show. There's also a possibility that the show will shut down entirely because the unions would like there to be no fall entertainment whatsoever as a bargaining position, right? By the time you hear this, it might have all blown over, or the new season may not start or be the same as we're about to describe. If so, consider this just a nice retrospective of what might have been. So we are going to watch, and we're just going to be about a week behind. So
yes, we will be the people who remind you of what happened the week before.
That's right.
Before you watch the new episode. It's a service we provide. But, it used to be when they were on a Monday, we would stay up really, really late on a Monday night to watch it and record it for you and get it out. So I do not miss doing that.
No.
Even though it is very unfortunate that it's the same dang day we come out.
Right.
So thanks a lot, you guys.
Yes, among the changes, we have, it's moved from Monday to Tuesday. It's back on ABC instead of just being on Disney Plus.
Yes, and it'll also be on Hulu the next day.
Right, and it's on Disney Plus also, I believe, but
yes,
you don't have to watch it on Disney Plus
and ABC.
No more Tyra. Now we have...
Yay!
Now we have Alfonso Ribeiro hosting along with Julianne Hough. And speaking of Huffs, Derek is now the lead judge.
Is he the lead judge? He's the new Len?
He's the new Len, since Len retired and then sadly died very soon after, which, what a shame. So it's going to be Derek, Carrie Ann, and Bruno. And then shall we run through the people quickly? Yes. I have a list in front of me. It is in alphabetical order. So... And it has notability for why they're famous.
What is the source of this list?
This is the esteemed website called wikipedia.org.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we start with Tyson Beckford, notable as a model and actor. He will be partnered with Jenna Johnson.
I have regularly forgotten that he was going to be on this show. Okay.
Very handsome gentleman, though.
Yes.
I'm sure it will be enjoyable to...
I recognized him.
To watch. Okay, now, how do you say this? Xochitl?
I think she goes by Sochi, I think.
Sochi.
So
Gomez, a film and television actress.
Who we have never heard of, but okay. She looks adorable.
She was in a show called Raven's Home. Shadow.
That I've heard of. Oh my gosh, she must have been a little kid on that. I'll have to tell
2018.
Because my daughter watched Raven's Home.
Is that like Raven Simone? Raven?
It's That's So Raven grown up.
Yeah. So anyway, Sochi will be paired with Val.
A little creepy. He always gets the super young ones, but okay.
Yeah. Allison Hannigan, who we know who she is.
Yes.
She's been on Buffy. She's been on How I Met Your Mother.
Adorable. And she was also in American Pie and had that line about this one time at band camp.
Yes.
Talks about.
She's on this show that my husband watches where magicians come on and try to fool Penn and Teller.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What does she do on that show?
She's like the host.
I did not know that.
Quite often you have the contestants, the visiting magicians like, Allison, could you please, pick a card or draw a picture or think of a number or whatever. So she's fun on that.
Okay. Yes.
And she's going to be with Sasha.
Yes. They are my early rooting interest.
Okay. Then there's a man named Harry Jowsey.
Yeah.
from
Who the
a
heck is he?
television show called Too Hot to Handle.
All right.
And he's going to be paired up with one Riley Arnold,
Oh, my
Lindsay
goodness.
Arnold's very young little sister.
I follow her on social media, and I'm pretty sure she just graduated high school.
Yeah.
So she is little baby pro.
Yeah. How do you think
Experience from Dancing with the Stars juniors, but still surprising that she is a pro and not a troop member.
Yeah, how do you think the troop members feel about
Probably not
that?
too happy. Also, Sharna has made known her displeasure that she was not asked back.
Oh.
But enough of that. Riley Arnold. You go, Riley. I think you're in over your head, sweetheart, but good luck.
Right. Next up, another reality person, somebody from The Bachelorette called Charity Lawson. Never heard of her.
There's always somebody from The Bachelor.
Absolutely always someone from one of the Bachelors.
Or The Bachelor.
Yeah. This Charity will be paired with Artem. Then we have a third in a row reality star person. This is Ariana Maddox from Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
I believe she's the scorned person in a triangle that was a big story over the summer. I don't know.
Okay.
Paired with Pasha.
Yeah. Oh, Pasha. I want better for Pasha.
I know. Well, maybe she'll be a good dancer. We don't know. Then next is Jason Mraz, singer-songwriter. One song that I know.
Yeah.
And he's paired with Daniela.
Okay. That could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Our obligatory sports person is Adrian Peterson, a football player, paired up with Britt.
Judging from judgy people on Twitter, he has some scandal in his past that make people not want to watch the show because he's on it.
Yeah, I think I have some vague memory of that.
Yeah, something to do with child abuse
or domestic abuse.
Something domestic, at any rate.
Not a good look. So, moving on from him, someone named Lily Pons, a social media personality.
Ah, well.
Paired with Brandon. Mira Sorvino.
Yeah.
Film and television actress. We do.
Oscar winner Mira Sorvino.
That's right. Partnered with Gleb.
Imagine they'll be saying that every single time she's anywhere near the stage.
That's right. Then we have Jamie Lynn Spears.
Yeah.
Zoe 101, sister of Brittany.
Yep.
Pretty well known.
Zoe 101 in this house. I remember her.
And her partner is Alan. Then we have, I believe this is the fourth reality show person on this list, if you don't count the social media person. This is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Mauricio Umansky.
Alrighty.
He will be partnered with Emma. Matt Walsh, the comedian and actor, not the conservative commentator.
Who has been the conservative commentator, has been claiming he's going on Dancing with the Stars. And to set people's hair on fire. It's been kind of funny if you like that sort of thing. He has it in his bio on Twitter now.
Oh, boy. I'm sure that the relevant Matt Walsh is thrilled. Well, maybe you'll get some votes out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, anyway, the one who's actually on Dancing with the Stars is with Coco as his partner, and then last but not least, I guess, Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch.
Oh my!
The obligatory old guy.
Yeah,
in the group, and he is paired with PETA.
About the same age as my husband, so let's watch it with the old guy stuff.
Oh,
but okay.
Sorry.
Who is going to be 70 in January, so okay. But, yeah, that's a group of people right there.
That is a group of people.
I'm wondering about the nursery arrangements because both Val and Jenna and Pasha and Daniela have tiny little babies.
Yeah.
And so does PETA, unless Max is staying home and,
Max is not on this list.
Max is not on the show. But I imagine little baby Chmerkovsky, both of the babies Chmerkovsky will be there in attendance somehow. I don't know. What do they do with their kiddos?
Yeah.
Lindsay and Whitney, who both also have little kiddos, are not on this time.
Right.
For whatever reason. Not saying it's because of the babies, but...
Well, Whitney did say it was because of,
yes.
of her kids. Yeah. She said she didn't... She chose not to because she has two little ones.
Especially she has two now, and they're very small. But boy, her little boy, this is off topic, but her little boy is getting cuter and more personality by the day. Mm-hmm. What a doll. Then I feel like I watched him and Sage grow up, Lindsay's daughter. Like, from being tiny babies constantly exposed on Instagram to now being little kids.
Little toddlers.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's kind of creepy, but at the same time, aw, look at them. They're so cute and they're growing up so fast.
And
Another
now they
few
both...
years, Sage will be a pro on Dancing with the Stars.
That's right. She's already in dancing class.
They like them young now. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. You bet. And digging it from what I could see.
Yeah.
But, so this is an assemblage.
So next week, Only Murders in the Building, it's it's episode 9. It's not season 9. It's episode 9 entitled 30. Not sure what that's referring to. And then, maybe, we hope, we'll discuss Dancing with the Stars too.
Yes.
So, TBD.
Be minimally resolved.
That's right. So, this week at the library.
Oh, yes, it's Catherine's Library Find of the Week.
So, a brief digression. This is not my find. This is just something I noticed that amused me. I have now started to familiarize myself with some of the Dewey Decimal numbers because they pass in front of my eyes so often. And, for example, cookbooks are 641 point blah, blah, blah in the Dewey Decimal System. And there are so many.
Yes.
Many cookbooks. So that's why I know that number in particular. And then yesterday I was checking in a book about the extinction of the white rhinoceros, like the endangered white rhinoceros and the efforts to save it and, promote this species and try to keep it from going extinct. Do you know what the call number was?
What was it?
639. Like, why are these things so close together?
Are you going to cook the rhinoceros?
Like, is this why the rhinoceros is endangered? Because people are cooking it. It just concerned me.
That is an unfortunate juxtaposition there on the shelf as it transitions from one number to the next. That's funny.
So, anyway, and also, that's not what we're here to
also
discuss.
Adorable that the Dewey Decimal System is still a thing that exists. You would have thought that it would have been replaced at some point, but nope.
Certainly not.
I shelved me a fair amount of books when I was helping out at the library in various schools, and had a close familiarity with those numbers. So the card catalog has gone the way of the white rhinoceros, but the Dewey Decimal System persists.
It lives on. That's right. So anyway, what I am going to bring to you this week is, I don't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the pocket calculator book. And you said that you love a book where someone just digs into an obscure little niche topic.
I love me some quirky nonfiction. What do you have for me?
Yes. So I present to you today a book by Hannah Carlson entitled Pockets, An Intimate History of How We Keep Things Close.
Oh my goodness. Is that on Audible? I'm looking. Well, keep talking. Oh my gosh. I must read that.
Yes, it is. So,
I still have 2 credits left. It will be.
Who gets pockets and why? I'm reading from the web copy. It's a subject that stirs up plenty of passion. Why do men's clothes have so many pockets and women's so few? And why are the pockets on women's clothes often too small to fit phones if they even open at all?
Why?
In her captivating book, Hannah Carlson, a lecturer in dress history at the Rhode Island School of Design, reveals the issues of gender politics, security, sexuality, power, and privilege tucked inside our pockets.
Oh my.
So,
But see, women have
So that's
purses.
for you.
Is that why we don't have pockets? I would like
Well,
both, please.
I believe it goes into this because first everyone had purses, men and women, and then men started getting pockets.
Right now.
Okay.
There we go.
So, and I have an accompaniment for it for you, and this is a children's book. It's a graphic novel for kids.
Is it
and it's
Joey
called,
the Pocket?
No, it's called Linty, A Pocket Full of Adventure. It's about a little ball of lint that lives alone in a pocket. But then one day, suddenly the outgrown, the hand-me-down jeans where he lives, finally the boy who owns them grows into them.
Oh my.
And now suddenly Linty's not alone in the pocket. The pocket's moving. All kind of stuff is, and the jeans are going to have to get washed.
Oh no, Lindsay, what will happen?
Drama.
Will I end up in a filter somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll find out if we read.
If they were my son's jeans, he would wind up stuffed in the charging port of an iPhone. Because we regularly have to go to the Apple store to have somebody pick the lint out of my son's phone. Mm-hmm. So, all sorts of possible adventures there, Linty.
That's right.
Adorable.
So, the author and illustrator is named Mike Scheel. And we shall link to that.
Yes.
So,
delightful.
Children's books about everything, as you know.
And adult books about everything if you look around.
Yes.
Excellent.
Exactly.
That is so fun.
So there you go.
Also fun, our back catalog, which is vast and full of nonsense. So y'all should be just feel free to download all, 2,000 some of our episodes and take the weekend. Take a couple of weekends. Do nothing else. Listen to us blather.
That's right.
But this week, we are going to take a spin through the archives and see what we were talking about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and 6 years ago this week. Since we're talking past and present, we had a topic called Parenting Past and Present back in 2020, where we, I think, compared our parents' parenting to our own parenting.
Yeah, well, it was based on an article that was called 10 Things Our Parents Did That Parents Today Should Bring Back. And we disagreed. Because it was things like making kids play outside, taught them manners, like made their kids do chores, had birthday parties at home. Like, it was very judgy and, shaming of, great. I mean, and it was just very much the tone of like, these parents today don't teach their kids manners. Like, excuse me. So
we teach them not to write judgy articles.
That's right.
So that's something.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if this quote was you or not, but it sounds like you. I do not want to be as racked with anxiety as my mother was, so I'm going to let things slide.
Yeah, well, the first part
do you
of that...
let things slide, Terry?
Part one of that statement is true. Part one of that statement is
part two.
False. But, yeah, that was me.
But, I mean, you do...
Well, now I am in week 2 of my no worrying.
Yes.
And I'm doing pretty good. Maybe it's just we've just had a light couple of weeks. But I'm trying to, whenever a worrying thought sneaks in, I just say, nope, not going to do that. And, as I mentioned last week, there are the worries about legitimate things that I could just pick apart forever, which I think was my mom's thing. And then there's the spin the wheel of possible terrible things and just worry about one of them. What if somebody breaks into the house? What if we had a car accident? What if my car went off a bridge and I was in the water? What would I do? So that stuff I'm pushing away successfully. The other stuff creeps in, and I try to creep it back out. But, it definitely, yeah, my mom was, it didn't work. It was not a good strategy for her that you have to worry. If you can worry about everything, nothing bad will happen. But if you miss one thing, then that's what's going to happen. So that is a recipe for long afternoons in the dark with the wet rag over your eyes.
Right, with the wet rag. I think maybe what the letting things slide thing was sort of, maybe what other people think, or what expectations are for your child or your
not feeling stung when judgy people write articles on the internet.
Yes.
They can just, good for you, you just go do that. But it's really hard when your kids are little, because especially with the special education, there's always people judging them, and you have to really be on top of stuff. When they're older, I still do kind of feel like I have to justify things, but much less. It's much easier to let things slide. Things that I had hoped they would have achieved by this age that are never going to happen, or that are on their own timetable. I am trying hard to let those things slide and just, at this point, a life that they enjoy and get something out of is fine, whatever that may be.
Right.
I'm working on it. We just never go see people, so it's easy then to not.
Right.
I don't read parenting articles anymore. I don't get together with parents. It's great.
They're not in school, so you don't have all that constant comparison going on.
So, I don't know. It's, how about you? Are you, you just went through the college gauntlet of where other people are going and where your kid is going, and he's going, they're going there. That you want to punch people. Yeah. But are you feeling secure in letting it slide?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely still worrying, because I don't have the kid under my roof. So, but, and then I need to limit the information that I take it, because if if he's like, can you put some money in my account? Well, then I'm going to see what he's been spending his money on, and therefore, how he spends his time. And some of it, I would prefer
just send him a check in the mail.
Right. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is definitely a stage of life where you don't want to know. You feel like you should, but you don't.
Right.
And they can't live their own life if you do.
It's good news and bad news that, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't know this, but that his calendar, he's put stuff into the calendar on the phone. And it's showing up on my phone too. So yay, I know what's happening, when he has class and stuff. But then I'm looking at Life 360 and looking at the calendar and why isn't he here?
No.
He should be
Stop
there.
doing that. Stop.
I need to stop doing. I know. I'm going to stop. I'm stopping.
That way lies madness, Catherine.
Yes, I know. I know.
But not that I don't,
Yeah.
do that too.
Yes.
Quite a lot of the time.
Right.
But just so when my daughter gets home from supposedly dropping off her brother and takes a little longer than I expect, I can go, so, went to Kohl's, huh? What'd you buy? But I need to stop doing that too. Let the young people live.
Yeah.
And don't worry about all the possible things that might happen.
Right.
That's possible, right? We could do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, and then what we were talking about 4 years ago was knowing too much because they were telling us.
Yes. And isn't it wonderful that they trust us? And yeah, I mean, we had that whole thing where my daughter didn't talk to us about a financial problem she was having. And that just keeps cropping up over and over and over again, because I have to keep saying, I am asking you this because you didn't tell us. And the thing that happened was much less bad than you not telling us and all this stuff. So I'm opening myself up to tell me everything that is going to cause me agony, please. Trying not to.
Because it'll be slightly less agony if you tell me now.
That's true. Well, that was just a thing that it could have been solved so easily and much more cheaply
Right.
if she had told us. I would have been mad and I would have been upset, but
Right.
it would have been so much easier than 6 months later.
Right.
So, I don't know. So you have to walk that tightrope. It's like, I don't need to hear every detail. You're an adult. Go live your life. But on the other hand, what exactly? Tell me. So, I don't know. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to hear, and yet you worry.
Yes.
I do wonder when my son goes off to work what his day is like and what really happens. There are things that happen that would hurt my heart if I knew about them. But then the other day we were in need of a microwave and we were kind of shopping around. So when I went to pick him up from work, I had to take him to work to do something. He needed to open his locker and they needed to get something out. So I said, let's look at microwaves while we're there. And we're walking around the store and all these people are shouting out hi to him and seeming really happy to see him and having chats with him and stuff. And it made me feel so good. Like, okay, all right, maybe I don't really need to know. Maybe everything is okay.
Right.
I sure hope it wasn't just a show for the mom. It didn't seem like it was.
And did you get a microwave?
We did get a microwave, but not there. Actually, I delegated the choosing of the microwave to the other 3 family members who went out and got one and someplace else. And I have not used it yet. But the people who are using it seem to be happy with it. So,
Good.
yay. Let's see.
Well, and the other thing that we were talking about 6 years ago, I thought was appropriate to the Dancing with the Stars discussion that we had.
They may be reaching out to regular various parents and podcasters to please come on their show.
Right.
Would you like to be a scab? Cross our picket line and come on in.
Right.
But
Because we were talking about what reality show we would go on.
I really, we recently talked about how there needs to be a parenting reality show, and there still hasn't been yet.
But I don't want to go on it.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Very much. I said I wanted to be on House Hunters International because that would mean I was moving to some exotic foreign land, and I stand by that.
That's exciting.
I don't want to go on, any sort of competition show. I will be terrible.
I would if I felt I could do anything at all, I would like to be on Dancing with the Stars looks to me like it could be a lot of fun because you get real chummy with everybody and I would dance with Sasha because he gets all the short girls and that would be fun. But I wish I have been told reliably that those shows where they come in and redo a room in your house are all fake, and when they leave you don't really have something livable. But if they were real, we have this apartment downstairs that I may have mentioned a time or two. That wouldn't it be cool if my daughter would live down there and have her own pad? But she doesn't want to, and I can't push too hard because it is gross right now and not at all appealing. But I can't fix it up until she makes a commitment. But if, one of those reality shows could come and make it over into a adorable apartment for a 30-something such as herself, that would be very cool. But of course, if it was all fake facades and garbage, then it would not do the trick. But wow, do I wish something existed that could really go and make that over.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
That would be really nice because I just do not have the energy to even begin to think about what we would need to do.
Right. Yeah, it's big.
I just can't.
It's a big project.
Yeah, and we've had some big projects here upstairs, and it just about took everything out of me. So could somebody else just do it all?
Right. Yeah, it has to be one of those ones where they kick you out of the house and you come back and it's just completely done.
Yes, and beautiful and perfect and livable. And and she says, "Oh, now I'll come down here. That'll be great."
Oh, I get it. Sure.
Well, they can add on another room for my son to live in. Then if they're both down there, it'll be fine. So, see, where is that show?
Yeah.
That's what I want right now.
I mean, there's so many of those renovation shows.
There really are.
Like, you'd think there'd be one for this.
You know what they need? What would be there's like that there's a reality show where you like only contact each other through the weird means, like through a computer or something. There's all sorts of people.
Is that Love is Blind?
Yeah,
right?
There's all sorts of people in a house in various configurations, romantic and otherwise. They need to do one that's like all moms. We're giving these moms X number of days away from their families to relax and rejuvenate and have some fellowship with one another. And then they will be able to watch their families through a screen and see.
Do we want this information?
I don't know. We want to see, number one, do they miss us?
Right.
Number two, can they survive without us? And
Right.
number three, can we avoid rushing out of the place and taking the next plane home to fix things?
Yeah.
So that would be the drama.
That's the competitive element.
Yes. Why has this large market not been tapped? I can't understand.
Yeah. It's a puzzle. Well, shall we wrap up for today?
Speaking of drama, I am shortly going to have to take my dog to get her first bath since she joined our family. Okay. And oh my goodness, does she need it? She smells like dog, and she is shedding. She went through 2 months, not a single hair fell from her body. And then all of a sudden, the timer went off and poof, hair everywhere. So they said there's a de-shedding shampoo they'll use, but that seems unhealthy, but we'll see.
No, they use that on my dog. It works. Yeah.
But isn't the shedding a necessary process?
Yeah, but I guess it just kind of gets it all out in the shampoo.
All right. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Because it's that undercoating shedding that's happening. Yeah. So just huge tufts of fine, light hair.
Right.
In great gobs about my already messy house. So wish us luck. I hope she enjoys her bath.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
that's it for the Parenting Roundabout Weekly Roundup. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamitude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years. We'll see you back here next Tuesday. Goodbye, Terry.
goodbye, Catherine.
Bye, everyone.